What's shaking, man? I'm Rockin' Ronnie, former backup drummer for the Whoopsies. Here at my store, still relevant music supplies. Just letting everyone here in Garden City, Kansas know, yes, we're still in business, and no, I haven't killed myself because of my failures in life. Not just yet. Here at Still Relevant, we have all of your instrument needs, but none of that sampling and computer garbage. Like, what happened to the good old days when GarageBand was just a bunch of guys getting together and playing music in their mom's garage? Now anybody with a computer is all of a sudden Dr. Drake, or whatever they call him. Leave computers to those virgins in the IT department. You know how you really get laid is by picking up a Fender Telecaster for only $899.99. That's a great deal that you can't compare to anywhere else, since every other music store in the area went out of business 10 years ago. So what if Logic Pro offers 65 gigabytes worth of digital instruments to choose from, on top of giving you all the tools you need to produce a good song all in one reasonably priced package? All you really need is a $1,000 acoustic guitar and an old 8-track recorder, and then you just sit under that big tree on campus and the ladies will be wetter than Hurricane Katrina. Also, we're the only business that I know of that low-key sells overpriced old dry kind of okay weed in the back room, so you can get all inspired and stuff for your big project. Just ask this loyal customer here. I was just looking for some weed. I didn't really come here for any instruments. You didn't come here to start your musical journey? No, I have a MacBook and it's 2020. Listen, man, if there's no weed, I have to go. I have a date with my high school English teacher. She finally finished menopause and I'm trying to hit it for that A. So, wait. I'll give you $20 off on a $1,500 keyboard that probably won't even fit in your cramped studio apartment. No, just the weed. Okay, fine. Come with me to the back. Music stores are still cool, I promise. It might take years to learn how to play the guitar, and only 1 or 2 YouTube videos to learn FL Studio, but nothing beats the blood, sweat, and tears of a real instrument. Tell all those Travis Scotts and Da Babies to keep their auto-tunes and their 808s and get yourself some real equipment at Still Relevant Music Supplies. Yes, we sell weed, and yes, that's the only thing keeping us financially afloat. Coming to you live from my apartment, this is the Short News with Alex Mador. Welcome back to the Short News. Today is Thursday, June 11th, 2020. I'm Alex Mador. Why does it matter? I say that every time. Almost the end of the week. Hope you guys are surviving out there, whether you're going back to work, starting summer classes, looking for a job, just, gaming, whatever it is you're doing. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you're thriving in it. And I haven't really been looking at the news for mental wellness reasons. I don't want to drive myself crazy. I think I have been. I had a dream last night that I was working as press for the debates that are going to be coming up in the fall. And I was watching Joe Biden fumble real bad against Donald Trump. Like, they asked him a question and he took out a yellow piece of paper. I don't know why yellow. It looked like a piece of scrap paper that they give you in elementary school. This motherfucker starts scribbling charts and tables to form a simple sentence. And I'm like, we're fucked. We're fucked as a country. It's over. And I woke up and I was like, oh, this feels terrible. When you wake up and you're thinking, oh, thank God, it was just a dream. But then you think about it and you go, oh shit, this might actually be reality. This is my brain telling me, listen, don't expect good things to come from this election. We looked at the big boy, Donnie. We looked at his approval and disapproval rating last episode, and I don't know, there's still a lot of people that believe in him, and that's scary, but whatever. We're not going to be able to convince those people otherwise, and why even try? So I tweeted last night. I was a couple White Claws in, and I tweeted, where is it? Donald Glover is the only Donald I will ever support, ever. With a gif of Donald Glover as Lando Calrissian smiling. And that got 6,117 likes, 916 retweets, and 85 responses. That's never happened to me before. I've gotten like 420 or so likes on a tweet, maybe 700 on a promoted tweet, but over 6,000 on a tweet that I didn't promote. I didn't do anything. I just saw Donald Glover was trending. It was like, oh, I love Donald Glover. That's the only Donald that I'll ever support. It's true. And people loved it. I hope he sees that. I really hope he sees that. Because some blue check marks did see it. Some verified people. And that was really cool. When you get noticed by famous people. Where's my blue check? I'm going on like a following spree. All the people that retweeted. Because thank you. That's so cool. When you say something that's just unanimously agreed upon by everyone. I mean, come on, Donald Glover is a very talented man. I'm going to tell you, when I was in the 5th grade, so that was, I'm 24 now. Wow. It was maybe like 14 years ago? 14, 15 years ago? Maybe like 13, 14 years ago. I was like 10 or 11. And my friend shows me at this sleepover in the morning we're eating breakfast, and he's like, yo, check out this video. It's called Jerry. 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 And it's this classroom. School bell rings. Everybody sits down. Teacher comes to the front of the room, and Jerry, played by Donald Glover, is talking to his friend. They're like, hey, what's up? How you doing? And then the teacher starts giving the lecture, and then Donald Glover's character, Jerry, just so like loud and like obnoxiously and grossly, like just the sound just shits himself. It's like the most grotesque shitting yourself sounds, and it goes for like a long time. And then everyone stops and looks at him, and somebody's like, Jerry, did you just poop your pants? He's like, no, I didn't poop my pants. And he starts crying and freaking out, and he like leaves the room and comes back in, still with shit in his pants, as somebody else, as Jerry pretending to be like the new kid. And you can hear the poop in his pants. It's gross. You gotta just see it to believe it. It's Donald Glover's acting at its best. Really. I'm not even being sarcastic. He is such a good actor in that. He's hilarious. And that's what put him on the radar for me. In the 5th grade, I was like, damn, this guy's gonna be a star. And that was his days with Derek Comedy. I don't know if you've seen their other work. So Jerry is one. Spelling Bee is another one. I can't really tell you about that one because it got words I can't say. Then there's Bro Rape, which is a faux newsline, Dateline type To Catch a Predator video skit where like a Chris Hansen type catches these bros trying to sexually assault other bros, bro rape, by like grooming these bros and enticing them with Dave Matthews and shit like Natty Ice. It's really good. It's very well thought out. Not something you would be able to do in this day and age, but back then, it was probably more acceptable. I know one of Donald's biggest fears was that he didn't want to be known as the guy from Bro Rape. And I think he's done a really good job at not only distancing from that, but evolving and expanding. Don't get me wrong, I would love to see Derek Comedy come back, make a return, do their shit again, but I'm sure they're all busy doing separate things. Anyways, that's enough about me gushing over Donald Glover. Men in KKK hoods carrying Trump flags interrupt Black Lives Matter protests. Oh, you motherfuckers. So this was in Nevada. Okay, 2 men wearing KKK hoods carrying Trump flags. It was only 2, okay. They made it seem like there was multiple, like a whole group of them, but that's why you can't trust the fake media. The damn liberal media. The damn liberal media. He'd be damned if he didn't put that watch in his ass. Yeah, so 2 people came in with KKK shit on and Trump flags, and they got booed out of there. That's it. That's all there is in that story. And then we've got states like Texas saying they're not going to close down their states again or lockdown, even though coronavirus cases are spiking once again. They do not want to disrupt the returning economy. And I say that is bullshit. Do you want people to die? I really don't think our lawmakers care about the people that are affected by this. They're not affected. Like I say this all the time, but there is not enough representation for the people of this country in our government. Yeah, it's getting better slowly. AOC, for example, we're getting more like women of color into public office, and that is progress. But it's not enough. There are still people out there making the laws for people who they don't even understand lifestyles. And I don't know why that's okay. Look at the 2 candidates for president right now. They only truly appeal to white people. They only benefit white people. Sure, one is going to hurt people of color a lot more than the other one. What the fuck? But they're not considering all of the issues that all Americans are suffering with. For example, Biden saying he's not for defunding the police. I don't know if he quite understands the statement. I think a lot of people think when people say defund the police, that just means get rid of them completely. No, that just means they're getting too much money, redirect those finances into programs that will help people who are impoverished, who are less fortunate than others, to get back on their feet, find work, get their education, so they don't feel the need to go to illegal lengths to survive. You can't continue to blame the victims and criminalize the victims of the situation for just because they want to live. And not enough people in the government understand that. And that's really scary. And then on top of it, you've got people that don't even understand, like fucking Blumenthal, people that don't even understand things like encryption. and the importance of encryption and privacy to people are trying to push a law that makes it illegal to have encryption on messages and internet accounts. The government would always have a backdoor into your device. Every single thing sent over the internet will have to be put through a filter, will be vetted by the government. These people do not have our best interests at heart. They don't. They don't understand the issues that they're making policies on. Like, yeah, Trump has been bothering me a lot lately, but just the government in general, Democrats, Republicans, whoever the fuck, they don't actually care about what we want or need. They care about re-election, looking good, pushing their group's agenda. That internet bill is, I believe it's proposed by Blumenthal and a Republican. Yeah, Democrat senator and a Republican senator, both together proposing this bill. Good luck getting drugs ever again. All your iMessages going through a fucking government filter? Oh my god. You might as well just yell at the police station across the street, "Hey, I'm buying drugs." Oh, do you hear that? You hear that siren? See what I mean? Fucking police state. Police state. That's what we're turning into. They're gonna clamp down on us so hard. Another reason to buy Apple products, well, this is still a thing, iMessage is end-to-end encrypted. It's like, it's worse than the Patriot Act. I don't know, when things are in writing, to me that's worse. Because with listening to your phone calls, there's your tone of voice and everything. The people can read sarcasm much better when you're talking on the phone, obviously, because they can hear your sarcasm in your tone of voice. But when you're texting or messaging, whatever, there's no tone of voice. People have to understand the context of what you're saying as per that conversation and whatever inside jokes you guys might have to truly get whatever it is. And if it's something that sounds controversial just at face value, I guess, a government filtering program or a moderator of some sort, an agent, could take whatever you're saying the wrong way and incriminate you. There's a lot of things that I see wrong with that. Sending nudes will never be the same again. Sexting will never be the same again. I'm telling you guys, our government has shown me their true colors during this coronavirus and police brutality and Trump administration. All of this shit. I've lost faith in the system. I'll be honest. We're living off a constitution that's from the 1700s, in an age where computers are the size of the palm of our hands, and we can talk to people from across the globe or even in space if we wanted to. And you're going to tell me we're governed by a piece of paper that was written when slavery was still a thing? We're still going by that? That system was set up for white people. Now there's not as many white people and a lot more people of color, so let's adapt it, please. This whole conversation started because there's not enough representation, not just with race, color of the skin, whatever. There's, like I was talking about with this internet shit, there's generational gaps here. The people that are in power, the only one that's young is AOC. She's the only one that would get what encryption really means to people. Richard Blumenthal? That old fucking fart doesn't get it. And he doesn't care. We need people in power that are our generation. People that understand these new age issues because they grew up with them. Not people who are pretending to understand the issues and want to control them. It's ridiculous. It's truly just mind-boggling to me. So how do we change? How do we make changes here? I've done a lot of complaining. What do we do, right? You want to know. I'm not going to tell you I don't know because I think I have some ideas here. We need people from our generation to not only vote for people of public office, locally and nationally, like your presidents, your mayors, your senators, your governors, all of them. Vote for all of them. But also, we need people the second they're eligible to run. We need people in our generation to actually hold those seats, to represent us. So, to anyone who thinks they have an idea of what's going on and grew up with these issues and wants change, I suggest running for office. I really do. Running for some sort of office, because that is the only way that there is going to be change. You have to start at the smaller local levels, and when those people start making changes, and then you work your way up to the higher levels, those people make even bigger changes. It's exponential. Next thing you know, you got a progressive government, not what we have right now. So if you're really interested in politics, if you're truly worried about the world and you want to make a difference, you want something to change, you don't see people doing anything about it, and you feel like you have something to offer, dude, run for office. Get involved politically. Canvass for people. Get your political science degree. Work for campaigns. Vote at the local levels. But dude, run. Become a candidate. And then become the lawmaker. So we can protest all day and night, but it's up to the politicians to hear us and to listen to us and act on that. And if those people don't want to hear it, then they don't want to hear it. And all that protesting is like for nothing. Not for nothing, but it doesn't get us anywhere if the politicians don't listen. They just ignore it. We need politicians that listen to us because they understand or are willing to. We also need politicians that are gonna legalize weed. That would be nice. Whatever the fastest track is to doing that, can we do that? It sounds like I'm leading up to me saying that I'm running for office. No, I don't have that kind of money. I don't have the experience. I'm not a poli-sci major. I'm a sociology major. One day, maybe. But you've seen my Twitter. It's gross. But the thing is with me, when they try to make it a scandal, I'm going to be like, no, I said that. I was mad that Doja Cat didn't show her tits. It was literally on my podcast. You can go and listen to that. I was mad. Listen. No men can deny that if Doja Cat says, I'm going to show my boobs if my song streams, you went and streamed that. You went and streamed it. And then you can be disappointed. It's okay to be disappointed about something like that. Like what, you think Bernie Sanders wasn't disappointed?
Oh, damn it. Leave it to the big music corporations to lie to you about seeing some titties. I'm Bernie Sanders and big corporations and banks, and they're teasing us. I haven't slept in the same bed as my wife since we were married. I have bad sleep apnea.
Trump doesn't sleep in the same bed as his wife. They sleep in separate rooms. And they have for like ever. Crazy. But I get it. After seeing him nude, I get it. Like, good God. That man is something else. So yeah, guys, vote. Vote. Vote and run. Run and vote. Those are the only ways we're going to be able to make any sorts of changes in this country. And I believe in us. I do. I think we are going to be the generation that makes changes because we're sick of this shit. Like, I don't know anybody that grew up to become a cop from my childhood. And I think that right there is great progress. Most people I know are going into jobs like teachers or educators of some sort, trainer. Yeah, sure, a couple people go to the military to serve. But people have different reasons for doing that. And it's different than a cop where you just want to like be in charge of people and be higher up than others. Or like a lot of my friends do, I don't know, like tutoring. A lot of educators. I'm noticing a lot of educators and researchers and engineers. Not really a lot of sociologists, but okay. They're just a lot of creators and nurturers instead of destroyers and enforcers. You know what I mean? And I think that really speaks to our generation. Well, we need a lot more of our senators, young senators. How old do you have to be? Let me ask Siri. How old do you have to be a senator? Okay, 30. You have to be 30. Fuck. How old do you have to be a mayor? Okay, you can be in the state of New York, in the upper house and lower house. You can be 18 and up. That's state government. Local government, municipal officers must be 18 or a registered voter. Montana requires mayors to be at least 21 years of age. No age minimum listed or required. Buffalo, New York. What about New York, New York? How old do you have to be mayor of New York? Okay, so some states you can be 21 and run for mayor. Guys, come on. I know you guys are like 21 and up. I see my analytics. Go run for your local office. I'm serious. Bring something new to the table because odds are a lot of people agree with you. And they're just afraid to come out of the woodwork. They've been pushed back inside. Not just by this virus, but by the political climate. It's enough politics talk, right? But I could go on and on about this. But I won't. Oh, here's another news story. Arizona, I believe, is going to make it, or might make it, illegal to record police officers with a camera. Yes. In all of this shit going on, in Arizona, you may not be allowed to record cops anymore. By law. That's fucked. That is fucked. What is this turning into? Okay, so I'm really excited about this next thing though. I was gonna make this real dramatic. I was working all morning. Okay, I was working for like half an hour trying to get this loopback audio to work, and I finally think I got it. So I'm going to turn to me on my other input. So I will see you after this quick commercial.
4 years ago, a legendary leader was taken from us mercilessly. He was a pioneer and a true hero to everyone he knew. Some may call him a revolutionary, but to us, he's known as Harambe. Harambe was sadly killed because of an accident due to a shitty mom not watching her kid, and we all have to suffer because of it. But was it really a mom, and was it really her kid? Was she actually a shitty parent? What if it wasn't an accident at all? What if that shitty mom was actually a deep state assassin and Harambe was murdered to protect their secrets? What if he knew something about the government that they didn't want us to know? What are they hiding? Are we going to stand for this? Harambe fought for us. He was a real American hero, and now is our time to avenge what the deep state did to him. What Harambe would have wanted is for you to fight and vote to legalize marijuana at the federal level. Tweet at Donald Trump in protest and tell him now is the time to legalize cannabis so we can bring those who harmed our Harambe to justice. Weed. Legalize it. I'm Bill Clinton and I approve this message.
Alright, this is a trial run. Oh my god, I'm so scared. So this is a segment we're calling Alex Reacts to Shitty Shit. Okay, so today I'm gonna try to make sure there's not too much dead air. I'm gonna try to remove that background noise in post. I am so sorry. We're using an odd software that I have not used before. So I wanted to look at our two candidates and just compare, because they're both big fuck-ups. I just want to see how big of a fuck-up each one is. So, I'm going to start with Biden fuck-ups. Here we go, Joe Biden. Screw-ups. Verbal gaffes. Cringiest bloopers. Okay.
Why attack Sanders? Why? You're getting nervous, man.
And Corn Pop was a bad dude.
What?
And he ran a bunch of bad boys.
What the fuck?
I'm not sedentary. I get up and no, let him go. Let him go. Look, the reason I'm running is because I've been around a long time and I know more than most people know. And I can get things done. That's why I'm running. And you want to check my shape run, let's do push-ups together here, man. Let's run. Let's do whatever you want to do. Let's take the IQ test.
Hey, Bendo Cocker.
I don't think he would win an IQ test against that guy. I'm sorry, Joe, but I've inside information on you, and I hear you're a goof. Alright, I'm still voting for him. Let me make that clear.
No, you're a lying dog-faced pony soldier. You said you were.
Make sure make sure you have the record player on at night.
The record player?
And so he's up on the board.
Oh my god, he doesn't know what year it is.
Off the board. I'll come up and drag you off.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by the...
Created by, oh god, you know that thing that everybody's always talking about, that piece of paper that's so fucking important to the, whoa, what's it called? Oh, the constipation? That's something Joe Biden would call it. He'd accidentally call the Constitution the constipation, but, what's he gonna say at the Asian and Latino Coalition Pact?
Just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
I'm beginning to
Wait,
see
what?
why
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Wait.
You know the thing.
Wait.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. You know the thing. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Yo, that's not a good look. That is not a good look for you, dude. So what does that mean? So poor kids are exclusively unwhite? What a dumb.
to see why your wife left you. And he cut off the 6-foot length of chain. He pulled up. He said, "You walk out with that chain." And you walk to the car and say, "You may cut me, man, but I'm going to wrap this chain around your head."
If you agree with me, go to Joe 30330 and help me in this fight. Thank you very much.
Okay, so, wow. Joe Biden bloopers are just... Let's just see some more.
Clear. I'm not going nuts. The president has
We choose truth over facts.
Check my shape on. Let's do push-ups together, man. Let's run. Let's do whatever you want to do.
One man stands ready to deliver change we desperately need. A man I'm proud to call my friend. A man who will be the next president of the United States, Barack America.
Barack America? Barack America.
Barack Obama. We can speak out and be more straightforward. I'm not going to be a mule. I got something to do. I got to go do boom, boom, boom.
Hillary Clinton is as qualified or more qualified than I am to be Vice President of the United States of America. Let's get that straight. And quite frankly, it might have been a better pick than me, but she's first rate.
I know I'm called Flash Joe. It's not meant as a compliment. It means I'm not sophisticated. I want to be clear. I'm not going nuts.
A damn liar, man. That's not true. I can get things done. That's why I'm running.
What's that one?
It's hard to even say it. So, $1,400,000,000,000. Folks, eliminate one tax loophole out of $1,600,000,000,000. $1,400,000,000,000. Out of $1,400,000,000,000. It's going to be $1,400,000,000,000,000. Hard to even say it. So, by the way, it's cost a lot of money. It cost about $740 billion. Now is the time to heed the timeless advice from Teddy Roosevelt. Speak softly and carry a big stick. End of quote. I promise you, the president has a big stick.
Nice.
I promise you.
Nice.
Joe, you want to?
I promise you.
Am I doing this again? My memory is not as good as Justice Roberts. Chief Justice Roberts.
Oh, God.
I was a Democratic caucus. Ever been to a caucus? No, you haven't. You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier. You said you were, but you're
Iron dog-faced pony soldier.
I'm not joking. Chuck Graham, state senator's here. Chuck, stand up, Chuck. Let him see you. Oh, God love you. What am I talking about? I tell you what, you're making everybody else stand up, though, pal. Thank you very, very much.
Oh, my God. He told a dude in a wheelchair to stand up. And then he was like, oh, God bless you. God bless you. Oh, man. So, that's something. Let's see Trump gaffes. A quick guide to poorly timed campaign gaffes. Trump bloopers. Let's take a look at Trump's bloopers. Oh man, this is tough. This is really hard to find. Do they like block him? Like worst? What about worst Trump moments? Okay, typing that in. Sorry, this is the first time that I've done this. So, Trump's worst moments from The Apprentice. No, okay, campaign. Here we go. 2015, June 16th.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am officially running
Oh God.
for President of the United States.
Oh God.
And we are going to make our country great again.
Oh God, help
When
us all.
Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're not sending you. They're not sending you. They're sending people that have lots of problems, and they're bringing those problems with us. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists.
Who's number one with Hispanics? Trump.
What?
Trump.
No,
I love the Mexican
that's not
people in
even
this.
true.
But the country of Mexico is killing us. I want to build a wall. I'm going to build a wall.
I want to build the wall. We need the wall.
No, I want to see Trump moments, like some fucked up. Okay,
Since becoming the 45th president of the United States, Donald Trump has entertained the world with his outrageous comments.
And South Africa. Nambia's health system is increasingly self-sufficient.
It can be hard getting the words out sometimes. I know that. It's Namibia.
All right. Should we look up campaign moments? I don't know what to look up. Like, this is hard to. Trump's most memorable moments. Some of them I assume are good people.
Every time I think about Trump, I get allergic.
Hey, when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Y'all ready for this?
I don't know what I said. I don't remember.
Oh, and he made fun of the handicap dude. I forgot about that. You guys remember? This was at the beginning. This was, this was so long ago, it feels like. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
I would imagine it can only get worse.
They're bringing crime. They're rapists.
We saw that.
And I think you can see I'm having a good time. I really am.
Rosie O'Donnell's disgusting. I mean, both inside and out.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs,
Take a look at her. She's a slob.
slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account.
Only Rosie O'Donnell. Like you wouldn't have your job if you weren't beautiful. They're worried about.
Poor Rosie O'Donnell. Wait, what did he just... Like, you wouldn't have that job if you weren't beautiful. Oh. Ew. Ew, he's so gross. Biden's just dumb, but, like, Trump... I'm sorry. Wait.
My tone. Oh, look at my African American over here. Look.
What? 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 Oh my god. Look at my African American boy. You can't call him yours. He's not yours. You don't own him. It's not. Those times are past, man. Listen, I get it. You want to make America whatever it was again. But no, you can't. You can't say that. Look at my African American over there. Look at him. Look at him. That poor dude. He's like, oh shit. I'm just the press.
Look at him. Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States. USA! USA! Wow. Don't worry about that, baby. I love babies, though. I like it. What a baby. Actually, I was only kidding. You can get the baby out of here.
And you like all her choices, or you're like, what?
No, not all her choices, but tonight I like it a lot. She looks great. If I get there, I may supersede.
I think you will. I think you will. Pocahontas. That's this Elizabeth
Pocahontas.
Warren. I call her Goofy. And ISIS
Goofy.
now is building a hotel in Iraq.
Oh, cause the oh my god. That's actually a good one. Oh my god, wow. Because that's how she sounds. Like, oh, I'm Elizabeth Warren. We're gonna. I see what he's getting at. That's a really good one. He should have stuck with that instead of Pocahontas. I would have respected Goofy. Because that's hitting her where it hurts. She's not actually Native American, and that's racist if she was. So, come on.
They're competing with me. Do you believe it? France, if you had 25 people in there that had guns, okay, would have been a totally different story, folks.
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know.
Ew.
So weird. Stop. You know what? You are moving on.
Yeah.
Moving on. Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Come on, try
Wait,
getting
I can't.
different story, folks.
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps
I need
I'd
to
be
see
dating
her face. Okay, so he says it, and then she looks away from him and down. Ivanka's sitting next to him, and she's like, fuck.
Oh, it's so weird. Stop. You know what? You are moving on. Moving on.
Immigrants on
Oh.
the whole come on, try getting it out. Try getting it out.
I'll get it out.
I mean, I don't know if you're going to put this on television, but you don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh my
I never
God.
attacked him on his look, and believe me,
There's plenty of subject matter right there. That I can tell you.
But Jake, did you ever see a sign that says Jeb Bush or Bush? Now, there's a reason he doesn't use his last name. It's not going to work too well. He's made a lot of problems with that last name.
They said to Marco Rubio, are you having fun? He's sweating like a pig. I never saw a guy sweat like this.
You got to get out there November 8th. I don't care how sick you are. Vote for Donald J. Trump. Very simple. Very simple. Very simple.
Oh, God. So after looking at our two candidates, what do I have to say about that? Fuck. What has politics become? If you look at politics before this, like, oh my God, if you look at the Obama-Romney campaign and the way that operated, it was so much more intellectual and tame and political and politically correct, and it was just, what the fuck, guys? Okay, one sec, let me switch back to the main audio. Alright, so that was fun. Susie, you don't whap your tail against the microphone. We are a professional podcast. Our resident co-host Kat, Susie, always with great additions. So what are we gonna do now? Now? What I think we should do, instead of relationship advice, today I'm thinking we do some Am I the Asshole? But first, let's go over some gossip. Since we are the short news, we might as well have a gossip section on this show. Like, why the hell not? TMZ presents. Imagine we get bought out by TMZ. Fuck. That would suck. Unless they gave me like millions of dollars, then that would be great. But Reddit. Let me just queue up. Alright, I got it all ready to go. I got this done here. Done did, ready? Okay. I feel bad when I talk about celebrity gossip. I feel like really gross. The quarantine has not been good for this former A-list dual threat actor who now focuses on television when he can get work. The actor who starred in an iconic show has been taking a lot of pills and boozing and often goes days at a time in bed. Is in bad shape. Well, that's just sad. That man needs help. And they're saying Matthew Perry. Oh, poor dude. Oh, he's got a sad life. I feel bad for Matthew Perry. I really do. Now that now that one streaming service has been required to hand over documents about how they manipulate the numbers for songs, I expect the rest will be forced to do so too. In the country leading the charge, there could be criminal prosecution too. Is that about Spotify? Because they were manipulating their numbers, or Billboard? Or yeah, I'm gonna say Spotify. Maybe they'll stop shoving untalented yachters as music acts on us now. Who are the untalented? Oh, like, what? Who's a yachter from the music business? Yachting, if you don't know, is when, it's what they call when a celebrity goes, usually it's on somebody's yacht, that's why they call it that, like goes to hang out with like a rich person and they're essentially paid to like be their girlfriend. Yeah. It's like a nice way of saying escort for the elite. Celebrity escort. This one-name permanent A-list singer in a group and solo is about to land the production deal that the illiterate former actress turned royal wanted. Markle, I don't know, wait, what? Beyonce and Meghan Markle? I don't know. I don't get it. People are feuding and like doxing each other and posting their mugshots, posting each other's mugshots in the comments on this fucking blog. What the fuck? Apparently, stress conditions is the new term for having a miscarriage because you couldn't stop taking drugs. It is a term coined by the former tween singer turned meth head, Aaron Carter, and his girlfriend. Alright, one more. The illiterate A-list superhero has been in this space several times for being a television superhero jerk. For once, though, the direction is focused away from him, and this would be the chance to change his own image for the better. Grant Gustin. That's my guess. Illiterate GG Grant Gustin, superhero, The Flash, television, superhero, The Flash. I didn't know he was a jerk. Okay, anyways. Let's do a really good Am I the Asshole to wrap this up. Okay. Am I the asshole for scolding my mother-in-law after trying to touch our baby when we have asked all family members not to? We had a baby in mid-March, just before my state declared shelter in place, so we have practiced all safety precautions and have asked the family not to come in contact with us for obvious reasons. My mother-in-law thinks the pandemic is a hoax and that everyone is overreacting. She doesn't social distance and is the person who wears her mask on her chin when in public so she can breathe. She has expressed multiple times that porch visits don't do it for her, and she wants nothing but to hold the baby. My wife and I told her that it will be a while before anyone holds him, and it's unfortunate for everyone. The other day she asked to use the bathroom in her house, and we said yes as long as she takes her shoes off and keeps her masks on in the house. She was reluctant to do so, but complied. As she came out without her mask, she reached her hand out to touch him, and actually did touch his knee before I pulled him closer to me. I scolded her for not taking it seriously. I didn't yell at her or insult her, but I was very stern in telling her to back off and respect our request for distance. She cried hysterically, told my wife she can't believe she married me. Mind you, we've been together for 10 years and married for 3, and then stormed off to her car. My wife and I have been distraught since that situation, but I was scared and definitely not comfortable with her spitefully reaching for my son. I have since tried to apologize to her for my reaction, but she isn't responding. Am I the asshole? No. You are not the asshole. Your mother-in-law is an absolute bitch, and you need to post this on the Just Know MIL thread on Reddit, so people can help you deal with your crazy-ass mother-in-law. I don't get this whole, I need to hold the baby first. Like, I need to hold the baby now. Like, there's a fucking pandemic, and if you are not taking this seriously, then no one's going to be able to hold the baby because the baby will be dead because of you, you fucking bitch. What do people have to say? Not the asshole. People's entitlement will never cease to amaze me. My friend has also just had a baby in the same thing where none of us are going to get to meet/hold him for ages, and we are also happy they're taking his health so seriously. Mother-in-law is acting not just like a child, but like a bad child. Now she's throwing a temper tantrum to guilt trip you. Don't give in. If seeing but not holding the baby is too distressing and she's going to get spiteful, I think video calls would be a better way to go until she's taking it seriously. You got to set your boundaries. Exactly. You have to set your boundaries. You have to put your foot down. That is not her baby. Just because she made your wife, that does not mean she is in charge of your family. That does not mean she is in charge of her grandson. That is for you to protect your kid. If she tries to do it again, say, do you want your grandson to die? I don't live in the same Fox News delusion that you do where this pandemic is a hoax. People are dying. And if you're not going to take it seriously, get the fuck out of my house. That's what you got to say. I don't care if she gets hysterical. That's a toxic woman. If she doesn't even deserve to be in your lives, period. But she is your mother-in-law. And in a perfect world, yeah, you just stop talking to her, but your wife probably wants to have some relationship with her mom. So both of you and your wife have to talk to her that if she doesn't take this seriously, she's never going to be allowed to see her grandson. And that's that. You and your wife, though, both have to be on the same page there and work together, because if it's if it's just you, then she can blame it on you. Like, oh, it's all his fault. He won't let me. But if she's also like, no, you can't touch my kid during the coronavirus, then she can't say all those things about, oh, like, why did you marry him? And it takes some of the blame off and heat off of you, you know? I'm no expert in crazy mother-in-laws. We've decided not to have kids so that we don't have to worry about my mother-in-law who has forced her way into the delivery room of a baby that doesn't even exist yet. It's like listen, if we invite you, that's fine, but don't you dare ever tell me I'm going to be there in the delivery room, because if you hold the baby before me, oh, I will never forgive you. Ever. You don't need to insert yourself in this situation. If you weren't there when the baby was being made, why do you need to be there when it's coming out? Unless we ask you to. Don't force yourself into this. Or volunteer yourself. Elect yourself as somebody that's necessary to the equation. Mother-in-laws, they overstep their boundaries. So I suggest going to the Just Know MIL thread, asking for advice. And this goes to anybody. If you're having a problem with an in-law, potential in-law, interfering with your relationship or your family or whatever, Just Know MIL. Just Know MIL on Reddit. It's great. I've used it. I was in the news because of it. So I'm going to leave you with that wonderful tidbit of information there. And that is it for today's episode of the Short News. I'm Alex Mador. You can follow me at Alex_MADORE on Twitter. You can keep up with the show at www.shortnewspod.com. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you guys in a couple days. Peace.